Hello everybody, hope you're all good and well, safe. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to show you how to move off and pull over by the curb. So I'm doing a series of videos. This will help you, how to pass your test, how to learn to drive, how to drive safely. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to do things in threes. They reckon we learn best when we learn in threes. Science has proven this. Like you go back to the 3 hours in school. You know, why was it 3 hours instead of an A for arithmetic and a W for the writing? Well, apparently it just rolls off your mind easier. They're the type of thing you're going to do. Like you've got your middle stick and manoeuvre, position, speed and look. You've also got the 3 F's in driving. That's fight, flight or freeze. And you probably come across these when you're driving. But anyway, so I've been sort of taking a long time to get these 3 cameras to work, to get in sync together. So hopefully, fingers crossed, after about I think I've tried this about 15 times now. I'm hoping that these 3 will all sync together. So you get a view of the road ahead, a view of my feet. I'll try and keep my foot half on the pedal, on the clutch pedal especially. And also you've got a view of the road ahead. So my fingers are crossed here. And I think I finally worked it out. It's always best to work it out yourself. You know, it's a lot quicker getting someone to help you. It generally sticks. It's like driving. You have to keep repeat doing it because you're going to make mistakes in driving. And, so there's 3 levels of driving. So people ask me, well, what should I expect on my first lesson, Peter? And I say, well, really speaking, you want to do a double lesson. That's if you're with an instructor. Say you're with your parents, or if your parents are watching this, or your friends are watching it, or whoever is taking it out in the car. Make sure you're legal, obviously. There's 3 learning curves. There's above average, average, and below average. Obviously, if you're above average, it's going to be a lot quicker. If you're average, it depends. You know, so for above average, it's between 20 lessons. 30 lessons and 20 hours with a friend, if you can, that's possible. The average can be between 40 lessons, 44 lessons, and below average can be, you know, 50, 60, 70, 80 lessons. But we're all different. But what you should do on your first lesson, if you're with an instructor, I'm going to show you the 3 things that you should do on your first double lesson. Now that's depending on where you are. That could involve like what type of personality you've got. You might be confident, you might be sort of extroverted, introverted. You know, so what you don't want to be is perfectionist, because that will just slow your process down. But basically what I'm just going to show you is, excuse me, is to move off. And this is in the highway code, the syllabus. I'm having to use the syllabus to keep this camera straight on the front. And then so basically what they want you to see you do is move away from the curb safe. Now this is for beginners, but also for like people who've been driving, because I've took experienced drivers on the driving test, and I would say some of them who've been driving for 10, 20, 30 years have failed the driving test because they didn't drive to the standard that was in this book, which you can get it on there, the gov.uk or, you know, DVSA. I got that on Amazon for £7, like a blue book. I can't show you that because it's under that camera there. But yeah, so basically, that's what I'm going to be showing you. So I'm going to start off showing. This is what you should do on your first double lesson, depending how you are. Okay, so you want to be with your instructor. You want to move away from the curb. You don't want to spend too long with the controls, because basically the main things here are the 3 pedals: the gas, the brake, and the clutch. The gas and the brake are controlled with your right foot. Ideally, if you can put your heel between the 2. So with the gas pedal, you want to press the gas pedal, and you want to press it about the thickness of a £1 coin, no more than £2 coin thickness. With the brake is a sensory motor skill, so you want to squeeze this. So you want to imagine it's a tomato. Right? Squeeze it, don't squash it, because if you squash it, then the car will stop suddenly, and there's something behind it. It's quite likely going into the back here. The left foot is for the clutch, okay, and I'll be showing you the clutch now. So I quickly want to get moving on this. But remember, ideally that's your position. Sometimes because the size of your feet, whether they're too big or too small or whatever. You might have to just move your foot over. Same with this. I just do this all the time, and I keep everything nice and smooth. And this, as I say, that controls the speed, the gas, the brake. And this is one that connects it to the engine, the clutch. This is an auto stop, this car. This one's my partner's car. But anyway, so just to show you, to get you going. Oh yeah, sorry, not to mention the three things we're going to do is move away from the curb, pull over by the curb, pull off on an angle, so we'll park up behind a car, about a car length, and we'll move off on an angle. That'll be the second lesson, and the third lesson will be moving off on a hill. And you should, generally speaking, you should be able to do them in the first couple of lessons. It depends on where you are. This is an ideal place around here. This is where I come around here. Always pick a nice quiet place when you want to go start off take driving lessons. It just makes it a lot easier for yourself and whoever's with you, if it's a friend, parents, relative, or the driving instructor. The driving instructor will have dual pedals on his car. He should have. You should also have a badge like this. It's an ADI badge. There'll either be a green one like this in the shape of a 50p piece, or it'll be a pink one in the shape of a diamond. But they've got a green one or a pink one. That means they're registered on the ADI register. So they're the only ones you can take money. You're allowed to take money off you for showing you how to drive. Anybody else, it's up to you what you do. You might give them a bit of petrol money or something if it's their car. Anyway, so we're going to show you how to just move off and pull over on the left. What I will do with this, I'll move off in first, show you how to do that. Then I'll go to second. And when I go to second gear, I'm just going to say something like clutch down smoothly. And the amount of time it takes you to do that, put your clutch down, then select second, then clutch up smoothly, and you get a nice smooth motion in the car. You'll see the difference. That's why I'm showing you first and second. In first, when it wants to move, there's three things you got to do with the clutch. You put it down once, you select the gear, you bring it to the second point, which where they call it the biting point. It wants to move off, and then when you look around, because you don't want to move off, because you got to check everything's okay. It's safe to move off. Do all your checks, your mirrors, your blind spot checks all over, and if the decision is it's safe to go, then that's when you move your clutch. But let it be calm. We're going to show you. I'd rather show you than talk about it. So there's the key. Turn it once, your lights come on. Turn it second time, it starts, and then the third time just release it and it goes back to its normal place. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to show you the clutch here. I'm going to try and do my foot where you can see half of the pedal. I found these pointed shoes in the wardrobe, so you should be able to see a bit of the clutch. Now this is a diesel. These are generally, if you're having lessons, you probably know the diesel is a bit easier on the clutch than the petrol. The petrol is a bit more sharp, so you quite like you might stall with the petrol a lot more. So, but if you do this, you will never stall. But just show you this technique. Get this in your head, because the early stages, your head will be all over the place. So this, doing it in threes, 90% of what I'm going to show you on these lessons, I'm going to try and do it in threes for you. And after you get going, then you can just, then everything's happy days. Then everything just works. You don't even have to think about it. So here we go. Clutch down. I'm going to try and keep it so you can see me. There's a camera down here. Okay, so that's one down to the floor. Now treat this separately. It's the clutch that you want to do it in three. It's in first. Now you know your gas pedal, you want to be thinking about a pound coin thickness. So I'm just going to press it, and then I'm going to bring the clutch up, and you should see different cars have different places where the bite is. Some are pretty low like this, some could be higher, but when it gets to that point where it connects to the engine, keep it still. So I've got it like that. Feel the way it wants to move. I don't want to move because I've got to check first. So I'm going to look all the way around to the left, and there's no one around. And this is something the examiner will be looking for, because they want to see, is it necessary for the signal? Well, there's no one here, so it's not necessary. So you can hold, I'm holding it, I'm going to pull away from the curb, and then I'd release it. And now I'll get to 10 miles an hour, and then I'll come off the gas, and then I'll go clutch down smoothly, select second, clutch up smoothly, press the gas. See how that was done? So now you want to pull over by the curb, so you want to brake gently, head towards the curb, put the clutch down before it stalls. You're probably feeling it stalling. I'll do this a few times so you can see it. And if you wonder now, I know how to get by the something's bleeping. If you wonder why I'm getting by the curb, I'm using the curb up ahead, so it's in the middle of the windscreen. you can find your own place. There's two little black things for the window washers. So basically there, I just use the middle of that on this car, and I'll just use this mirror on the left. I'm about this far from the curb. It's where you want to be. You don't want to be like this or like this. You want to be about that far. Okay, so I'm going to do it again. You ready? Auto start this, so it'll start when I put the clutch down. Some of them are quite good because they help you if you stall. Others like this one, when it goes off with switches, if you stalled it, you'd have to turn the key and start again. So we're going to go back again. I want to see if you can see me, the clutch there. Check all these are working there. Where are you? Yeah. And you probably there's a van coming this time, so I'll let it come past. Now I'm looking all. I've got a guy with a dog behind me, but he's further back. You want to turn around? So just do it again. Set the gas. It's the same routine all the time. Set the gas. Clutch up about this far from the floor. I can feel it shaking. I can feel it under my foot. That's the blanket. I'm looking all around. Nobody about. And then hold it. Let it move off about one car length, and you can release it. And then do the same again. Off the gas. Clutch down smoothly. Select second. Clutch up smoothly. Press the gas. Okay. I'm going to pull over it again. Check the mirror. This one and that one. That's 2, and the indicator's 3. So brake gently. Put the clutch down and stop your car. And I'm in the same positions. The curb's in the middle of the bonnet. I've checked at the back there. I'm in the same position from there. Okay. Okay. So now I'm going to do it again one more time. This will be the 3rd time. Clutch down again. Hopefully I can get that. You can see that pedal. See whereabouts. Come on. That's it. Same again. Only this time it's a bit of a change. There's people over the road, there's pedestrians on the other side of the road, so I'm going to give them a signal here to let them know. I forgot to switch that one off. And then look around. Go on that side, go on this side. So they now know I'm moving away from the curb. And this is just letting people know what you're doing. Okay, so the same again, off the gas, clutch down smoothly, select 2, clutch up smoothly, press the gas pedal. Pull over on the left here again and put that mirror off, this mirror, middle one, left one, indicate down for left, braking gently. I'm going to put the clutch down. Here we go again. I'm in for that curb in the middle of the bonnet again. I'm checking my position there and neutral, and we're making funny noises here. So that's how you pull over and you move along the road and pull in. When you're driving test, you probably get that 3 or 4 times. I'm just looking if you're using your mirror signal manoeuvre, your position, speed and look. In the manoeuvre there's position, speed and look. So on the next video what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you how to move off on an angle.